Well, hello to everybody on the internet and welcome back to the things I do in EVO Online. This is still our setup on the alpha account, guys, and it's another interesting another interesting day, if you will. Third day in a row our setup is paying off for the daily grind at least. You know, things are kind of swinging our way. So I'm just gonna try and see how fast we can get this done. As you can see, today we have the manufacture an item and scan 5 signatures. We cannot do the others, so yeah, we have today we have manufacture an item and scan 5 signature, guys. Now this lady has a bunch of stuff that I acquired, and in all honesty, can I use this blueprint? It's because I end up creating a character and I misspelled the name of the character twice, if you will. So I want to manufacture. Yep, I have the goodies, so there you go. The rocket is no bother. I'm not really sure if I have enough Maxalon to do the missile. Sorry, I have to use the blueprint. Technically, yeah, I can do the missiles too, so I'm gonna kick things off and make those. So that's a few seconds of worth of effort, and I can just pop out and scan the 5 signatures. See, I think it's gonna be under a minute or so. If I was not talking and making mistakes while I'm explaining stuff, I would have been better off. Oh, sorry, I don't have a core probe scanner on this venture, so yeah, it's gonna take a few minutes extra, if you will. I should have one here, shouldn't I? Yep, there we go. We have it. And I'm gonna drop it in here. Oh, sorry. I have to do that. Do I have oh no, I don't have the scanner probes. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I have 16, guys. So off we go. So that's an extra minute that I spent by not actually having my ship fitted, if you will. I messed that one up. So I can just stop here. I don't have to fly anywhere. You know, if this was to take a bit longer, I could have considered go out and maybe mine some more as well while I'm doing this. So I'm gonna run at the sun at 4 AU. I mean, I might get 1 or 2 signatures down to 100% probably straight out of the gate. And probably, no, I did not got anything up to 100%. I have this ore side that I can narrow down, or sorry, a gas anomaly. I have a gas anomaly that I can narrow down guys to 100%. It ticked at 92, and I have a data site at 34%, if you will, so I can reposition my probe once or twice and get it out of the way. So that's done. So now this is gone. I can align to this planet and try that way. Yeah, no, real quick. I just decided to go with the sun. I mean, it's not mandatory. You can go around, and I could have maybe went on that planet and I would have been done. There is 2 signatures there, 3 signatures on the other one. So there we go. Nothing found. Probably the thing disappeared on us, or I'm in the wrong spot. Yeah, but the looks of it is on the other planet. So let's try this planet here, man. Maybe that will be a bit faster, if you will. And I was scanning at 2 AUs, you know, which it's my mistake. So there we go, another minute spent because of mistakes and not paying attention. But I don't think it's gonna. Yep, there we go. We got 3 out of 3. Probably no, 2 out of 3 because 1 disappeared again. Somebody must have finished the site, and as soon as the site is done, the site is being removed from your overview. So what is the What is the tally? Oh, 4 out of 5, man. Yeah, well, that's good. So probably we got 3 there, but I'm not paying attention. And there goes another one, and that's done. So I'm gonna claim all of this. As you can see, I'm getting the ever marks as well in this batch for the opportunities. I'm at the first crossroad, if you will, or I don't know how to put it. I think it's a crossroad, personally. I'm gonna recover my probes and just dock in the station and jump on runaway, or runawait, sorry, and do this with him as well. So let's log off. Hopefully his ship is in the right state, if you will. There we go. Runaway is probably ready to go. Alright, or so I hope. Let me just double check. Yep, that's cool. Sorry about that escape button. Oh no, I could use this to produce the blueprint. Actually, to produce the rockets. Oh, he doesn't have enough. Fair enough, we can reprocess that real quick. And now we're gonna have plenty. We're gonna have for months to come, probably. Not a months, but maybe a month. I don't know, I'm not really sure. It's around 30 cycles, so if you're lucky and we get a manufactured item every day, you know, it might pay off in itself. But as you can see, he might also need to mine a little bit. Now let's open our solar system thingy, and we can still go here. It's no bother. We can try and get those 2 signatures straight away, if possible, and then move to those 3, and it should be done. It should be very, very straightforward. So far it's 7 minutes in the video, but I think it's less in real time. So we got one. We can go and pinpoint this one, because why not? We are right there anyway. I mean, if I invest maybe some skill points in the scanning, how do you call it, skills, guys, so it will be better. And fair enough, this is a venture, so technically the venture does not give any bonuses to the scanning probes, at least so I think. But let me just double check so I don't end up lying, you know. Nope, she is not giving any bonuses to the scanning probes, if you will. And there we go, the daily goal is done, and in total it's 8 minutes with all the nonsense that I have done too. So yep, good stuff, you know. Now we don't have the opportunities here. I must have removed them. So activities, opportunities, add a shortcut. That's nice. We can climb it somewhere here. That will be good enough, kind of thing, you know. And we can drop the agency down lower. Usually I have it at the bottom because I use it a bit more than the other stuff. And the skill ship tree can go in there. Now the only thing that I didn't show you guys so far at this point is I didn't point out to the project discovery. And as you can see, you can kinda play this mini game as well while you wait or do mining, for example. And it's still, the payouts are nice, and there is some nice rewards as well. Now this is not the right way to do it, but I think it's still gonna be acceptable. 80%, so it wasn't bad, as you can see. It's 26,000 ISK per solved problem, if you will, or you're technically isolating viruses, if you will, in these slides, as far as I'm concerned. Now you have a track here that you can fill up, and at the end you're gonna get a Marshall blueprint and a Marshall skin, but there is some other goodies too. At level 50 you have a pacifier, I think it's called. Yep. And then you have at level 150 an enforcer blueprint as well. that you can grab. Those are nice chips. I don't know if we are going to be able to produce it on an alpha account, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to do that live. But anyway, that's done, guys. So now I promise to kind of keep working with our industrialist, and we can finish the exploration too, but let's do this first. And I could have just grabbed the mission too and went with it. Now I think I'm gonna speed up most of this. These missions are very self-explanatory, guys. You don't really need a guide for them, I would say. And let's jump into the mission. As you can see, I don't have the mission on my... I'm not tracking the mission for some reason. Things went high wire. So there we go. Fit any weapon. We have drones, so we should be fine. And we have only one drone? Yeah, by the looks of it. Oh no, 2 drones. Sorry, they are not used. So they are stuck technically in the cargo bay. And again, we have more skill points and some ever marks. Yep, that's cool. Now we have to get rid of these guys, the Motapis. And we have to mine something. Maybe some Velspar? Probably. I don't know how much ore is in this asteroids, but we can use the survey scanner, and as you can see there is 3000, so it's no bother. We can put the 2 of the miners on one roid, and there is plenty of things to go around. Now we can send our drones to deal with these guys, with the mods, if you will. They will do a quick job out of them. It's no bother. Let's open our cargo and our ore hold as well. Oh, I don't have room, man. I didn't offload. I was mining. Sorry, guys. I'll cut this out. I have to return my drones, though. Let's shift R, sorry. Yep. We still have to mine some Velspar? 3,500. My goodness me.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And there we go, guys. We are back at the station. We have reprocessed our Velspar and it amounted exactly to 7,500 Tritanium. I end up mining slightly bit more than what I needed. And that's mission 4. Now we have mission 5 and we need to take electronic parts, sorry, to this station, which is 6 jumps away. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna meet you here as soon as I'm done, guys. I think I'm gonna grab my magnet here to do that at this point. I don't have anything equipped, but it's around 5 seconds align time, so it's no biggie. Where is the items? I'll be back in a second. Well, guys, with the power of editing, we finished the mission number 5 in a blink of an eye. And now we are supposed to do the 6th mission of making mountains of molehills, if you will. And we're gonna accept it. We need to produce some cap boosters. And fair enough, we can produce them. Or we can buy them on the market too. That will work as well. But sorry, I have to go and search for the item, technically. So yep, I have them in the station. As you can see, they are quite overpriced, if you will. And now they are, what, 10 times the price, if you will. So I don't know if it's worth to you to kind of buy them now. You have to buy 25, so about 200,000 ISK for 105 technically. Now if we go and try to produce them, you're gonna see, oh, we don't have enough maximum. Fair enough. we can get some more Mexalon and we can reprocess this, no bother. Usually the ore might happen to be more valuable than the minerals that you are getting from the reprocessing, even with your maximum skills in, how do you call it, in Hi-sec, it still might be the case, you know, that the ore is more valuable than a mineral. So, but it's up to you to make the decision, and depends when you're gonna pick up the game, for example, and you have to kind of check the market and so on and so forth, and do all the calculations properly so you can see how much you're gonna get. Well, we can start producing this. It's gonna take 9 minutes, so I'm gonna come back in 9 minutes, guys. I might go mine a little bit more pyroxeres while I'm waiting, to be honest. Well, guys, as you can see, the 9 minutes elapsed and these cap boosters are ready to go, if you will, in a few seconds, and I managed to mine about 180,000 ISK worth of ore. At this point, maybe I should have mined Scordite instead of Weldspar, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can, when you are mining, you can kind of check what is the best way to go about the mining. But we are kind of 1/3, let's say. Even if this is 1/3, it's still gonna take you probably 25 minutes to fill this hold up. 23-25 minutes with the starting skills. Now if you invest a little bit more skills in your mining, in your resource harvest, or yeah, I think it was resource harvesting or reprocessing, sorry, yeah, resource processing skills, you can boost this up a little bit. It's not gonna be amazing, but I think as far as you can go. I don't think there is any other mining ship that you can kind of fly with an alpha account. I think the Venture is everything that you get on an alpha account. Everything else is locked behind Omega. As you can see, the Tech 2 variations of the Venture are locked behind Omega, and there is no way that we can fly the barges, if you will. But I will have to kind of, yeah, you have pre-requests for, but we don't even have for barges at the moment, you know. And I'm positive it's going to be locked out. So if I go up now, the UI it's kind of bugged out. I'm gonna have to come back to it. So we're gonna deliver this, and that will finish our 6th mission with the industrialist, guys. And we're gonna request mission number 7. What do we have to do? Oh, we have to move them to Arbas. Fair enough. It's only one jump away, so we can go even with the Venture if they fit in the cargo hold, which they might not. Oh yeah, but I didn't accept the mission. There you go. I have to accept the mission. And they will show up here. How big they are? Oh, they fit here, so no bother. And let's jump through. And I can check the barges. Yes, the drop down menus kind of bug out for me sometimes in if. So I don't know if that's a common thing, but it can happen. I can use the market and type in barge. No, sorry. Yeah, the barge will be the skill. As you can see, mining barge. The ships are called different, but as you can see, it's locked behind Omega. And there's the Tech 1, Tech 1, yeah, they're mining barges and exhumers, you know, but again, he cannot find the ships as mining barges. This is a category, if you will. But you can take a look at all of them, and if you feel that you want to mine, you know, that will be one way to go about it. You can max your skill as an alpha account, pay for Omega, and you can skill up for the next step up, or the barges. And then you have the Tech 2 barges, which are the exhumers, and you have a few mining command ships from ore, if I'm not mistaken. They are all from ore. It's the Orca, the Porpoise, the Orca, and then you have the Rorqual as a capital ship. and that will be all of them technically. But it's just for your information. Now, if you want to mine, I would say that it will be much better to find a corporation, guys. So that concludes our mission number 7, and we're gonna jump back and ask for the mission number 8 in a blink of an eye. And we are back in a blink of an eye. Now I requested the mission, and we have to produce this civilian Amarr shuttle for the gentleman, and we cannot buy it from the market. The mission says so. We have to produce it ourselves. So let's see if we can do that. Now we should have the blueprint. We can right click and use the blueprint. Double click works as well. It's gonna pop it in this window, and we only need titanium, and we have double the amount. This is going to take 4 minutes, so I'm gonna pop out and mine a bit more while I'm waiting, guys, and I'll see you as soon as this is done. Well, guys, we are back in a blink of an eye again, by the looks of it, and we're going to deliver our civilian Amarr shuttle. I managed to do another 108,000 ISK while I was waiting and increase my assets. And that's what EVE is all about, guys. You are just building assets over time, and then you reap benefits from those assets because they will allow you to do more things at the same time, or you can have more options, to actually do things. So now we can complete mission 7. We're gonna request mission 8. We have to save this guy, and yep. Now this is the mission that you really want to maybe keep for a while, especially if you want to mine. And your venture will be perfectly fine if you have the same fit as me. You will be able to tank the little NPC, because I think it's a blood raider, and it's, as you can see, the venture will passively, every ship technically will passively replenish the shield, every second, and the venture is kind of replenishing 4, if you will, 4 HP per second for the shield. Now you can make the venture a bit more tankier. You can maybe swap some of the mid modules with sorry, I didn't take the mission, guys. You can swap the passive medium shield extender with an active shield booster, if you will, as well. I mean, that will work too, but I don't think that we have anything to worry about at this point. But again, I have done this, I think, with the characters who have far more skill points than Runaway here, or Runaway, sorry. And I still didn't pick up the mission, guys. Let's accept that mission. And you can keep this mission like for forever, technically, Yeah, that was mission number 8, the previous one. So this is number 9, and things are kinda lining up. So we have to fit any weapon, but we have the drones, and oh, it's in Arbas. That's why I cannot find it, guys, because it's in Arbas, as you can see here. Fair enough. I don't know if this is the case or every character is getting that mission in Arbas, but it doesn't really matter. I think we can tank this NPC. Don't shoot the NPC. Now, the only reason that I would like to keep this field for a while, especially on my alts, is because it is a Kernite field, you get to mine Kernite. Now, the Kernite is quite valuable compared to other ores. I'm gonna put a few cargo holds from another venture, and that is full with dense Velspar, I think. It was massa, scordite, and viscous peroxidase, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see the payouts, the rough estimate here in the cargo hold, and then I will drop one with the Kernite as well. And the difference is very stark, as you can see now. The Kernite, even if you sell it to the buy orders, is 850 ISK per unit. which is quite nice, you know. And there is no point of kind of reprocessing the Kernite, because the Kernite has a bigger value in price, or a better value, if you will, because it's used for level 4 missions, the storyline missions. You are kind of prompt to, or you're asked to provide Kernite, and in return you get +4 implant, you know, an attribute implant, usually. That's how it used to be. I don't know if CCP did any changes and you got any hardwiring implants as a reward in those missions, but that's how it used to be. So the mission runners do need the Kernite, and the Kernite is not available in Hi-sec. So if you go on show info, you can see we have Isogen, and that's the only field that I know of that you have kind of an easy access to. Now you can hunt down some of the escalations, you know, from the combat anomalies, or scan them down, and they will have some low-sec ore in them. Or the last time when I was checking, that was still the case. But you're gonna need at least 2 pilots for the field not to despawn. Once you kinda clean the rats in the field, so you can come and mine with your ships, the field will disappear, you know. Even if you put a bookmark, when you come back it will be empty. So this is a nice way to go about it. And as you can see, the first tick brought us as much as the 9 minutes of mining, or 10 minutes of mining, whatever it was, like 2 missions ago. So yeah, it's a stark difference, guys, in price. I think this field as it is, as you can see it here, you know, you can kind of do the math for the quantity, if you will, you know, or I can do it in post, because I didn't catch the starting numbers here. I might kind of go through the effort and check it. And I think you're gonna need a bit more than 1 venture to scoop it up. You're gonna have to do 2 trips, but it should yield around 5 million ISK, if I'm not mistaken. Or the last time when I have done this with my alt, it yielded 5 million ISK, you know. And I'm doing it, fair enough, I'm doing it in a bar so I can see the whole total and the volume. So, you know, if you like this, and if you find yourself, you know, like, have nothing better to do, and you have 25 minutes, whatever it's gonna take to kind of mine this with Avenger, roughly that's the place, or roughly that's the time, sorry, you can use this, you know, as a buffer for some of the days. For example, today we hopped in and we did our 2 opportunities, and we got about 1 million ISK from that reward, and we can finish this field for another 5 million, for example, and we are up to 6 million. And again, this will give you some diversity as well, if you want, for nothing else. Now you can definitely use the Kernite yourself too, you know, but it's up to you, however you want. I would argue that it's far better to sell it and buy the minerals than to reprocess it, because you're gonna reprocess at half the value of what you're seeing here with your skills, and that goes for every other ore. And if you are reprocessing at 100%, you know, for some of the ores, it will be better to reprocess them. But as far as I'm concerned, you don't get 100% yield. Maybe in nullsec, in a citadel with all the T2 rigs and, you know, maxed out skills, there is few implants who can increase your reprocessing yield as well. So maybe, I'm not really sure at this point. I haven't kinda did any research, because I delve in Hi-sec, and I might check and put what my number is, for example, what I'm getting as a yield in the station without implants, and I should have a clone with implants too, so I might check with implants as well. I'm not really sure if it's worth investing all of those skills at the moment, especially if you're planning to mine as an alpha account and by yourself. I mean, if you want to mine, you should definitely find an industrial corp that is mining, and then you will have much better time, because the mining command ships will give you boost on yield, range, cycle times, all the goodies, if you will, as well. Now, many of the corporations who delve in low sec and and null-sec will have a buyback program, so they will just buy the ore from you and pay you out. It's a good arrangement usually. In most of the cases, it's a very, very approachable or appropriate price you're getting as a pay or the payout. So think about it, you know. Mining peroxidase in Hi-sec with your venture will yield you, I think, about 600,000 ISK for 23-25 minutes, whatever it is. And we are at a million at the moment. So I think this venture is gonna end up holding a bit more than 3.5 millions or so. And then when you come back, you know, you can scoop the rest of it. And now it's nice to start timing as well your miners, so you can finish it faster. As you can see, they're dropping in volume, and you can see how much volume you are scooping at once. So it's 127 meter cubic per cycle. So the smaller one has 2 cycles roughly. I think I'm going to finish the video here, guys. I'm gonna post again the 3 full mining holes with the Hi-sec ores and one with the Kernite, and I will see you in the next video. So thank you for staying until the end. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I feel the next one should be about creating a corporation. That's at least that's my plan for now. So see how it's gonna go. I'm going to explain some of the benefits, or why would you like to create a corporation. If you have decided to play solo, it's very beneficial. And I'm sorry guys, I kinda did my outro, but I realized that I didn't explain. As long as you don't kill this corpi follower, and as you can see, you can tank him indefinitely because he is doing one damage to you, and you are probably fixing 4 in the same time, so it's gonna go forever. You know, if you don't kill him, this mission will keep respawning the Kernite fill after every server downtime. So every day after the server resets, this mission will be up and running. Now also it's worth noting that these missions cannot expire. You know, the career agent missions, guys, they do not expire. So you're gonna have that mission forever technically. I have to go in opportunities to open it up. Yep, there we go. And there used to be a journal somewhere, but for some reason I cannot see the journal anymore, and I don't remember if I have it because I'm using this more often than not. As you can see, you know, you can kind of change the views and this and that, and you can kind of set it up so however you like it. But for the life of me, I don't remember where is the journal. We have moved forward in time, guys, and fill up our hold. As you can see, we can tank the little corpi follower, no bother, for as long as we want, and we have plenty of Kernite left over in the field. So technically, to mine all of this up, we're gonna have to definitely do 2 trips, although we have a bit less ore now. Yeah, we still have 2,500, maybe 3,000 cubic meters worth of ore in there, so that's another good chunk of ISK, or another 2 millions probably easily. Now I really want to point out, guys, that you don't want to shoot this guy. As long as you don't shoot him, that's perfectly fine. He's gonna stay. This field is gonna respawn after every server's reset, and you're gonna have a fresh field to mine. Now it's a small field, but still the payout is very nice. Compared to level 1 missions, it might kinda beat them for the time invested, if you will. But again, you need the missions, for example, for standings, and we're gonna talk about standings probably in the next episode. But one thing at a time, and we can drop in the Kernite here. I might go out and scoop the rest of it, if you will, or I might just keep it for now, but it's still a good chunk of money. Now as you make progress, you're gonna get with the agents here and finish the rest of them, you know, you're gonna end up getting how do you call it, some of the howlers, an Amarr howler if you're an Amarr character, or they will by default give you an Amarr howler regardless of your origin. So you can use that to kind of transport your Kernite to the market. And definitely the Kernite is more valuable to be sold on the market than to be reprocessed. Because if I reprocess now, I am getting 2.4k of isogen out of 5000. And don't forget, if you try to do your calculation, should I reprocess or not, you know, and if you go show info on the Kernite, you have to grab the prices of these guys, multiply by the prices they are being sold. As you can see now, we have 4000 Kernite at 890 ISK or so, 850 ISK. This is 8 jumps away, so probably this is more realistic at this point. You can put it on the market to sell as well, and you can see the price history of the Kernite. And as you can see, almost 1 million units has been sold yesterday. By the looks of it, there is days when 1.72 millions are being sold or traded, and that's for both buy and sell orders. You don't know if it's the sellers who sold or the buyers who bought, but you have an idea that there is a volume there, and you stand a chance to sell your ore. There will be a competition, as you can see. There is plenty of Kernite around, you know, offered, so make up your mind. There is nothing wrong with selling at the buyers as well, or selling to the buyers as, at the moment as well, because you need an inflow of cash, you know. You need the money, technically, you want the money, so you can do other stuff. But let's do an exercise and just grab the calculator from the utilities here, add a shortcut as well, and we have let's say for easy math, let's do, sorry, it's my numlog was off, 4166, or let's say for easy math we can do 100 by 850 will be 85,000, or for the whole lot will be 3,500,000. So what was the estimated price in our cargo hold? 3.9. So you see 3.9 will be probably at this prices up here. He's trying to kind of take a medium price out of this both lots, if you will. He will take the prices from the sellers and the buyers and give you something in the middle, in between that, and make up this price probably. Now another thing that we need to check now is how much is the maximum. So it's let's say we're gonna sell it straight to this guy's 73, so that will be, and we are getting 60 units, so 60 units by 73, 4,380, roughly 4.5, let's say, and we can say 4, it doesn't matter. And we have 120 isogen, which will be more pricey at 315, for example. By 315 is 37,800 at this point. So we have to divide this in half, and we hit about 4.3k plus 4,300, let's say 42,100 divided by 2 will be around 21,050 ISK. Now if we sell 100 by, am I doing the math right? By 850, it's 85,000. So yep, double the price technically. If I'm not mistaken. Nope, far more, man. I messed this up. I have to go back and see what I ended up doing. Yeah, because I I didn't let this go, I cannot see it now. So again, I will have 85,000 for 100, and I will get 120 by 315, 37,000. Yeah, and this is the maximum. And I will have 60 by, what was this, 73, for example, if I'm getting the money straight away by 73. So yeah, man, it's not worth it, you know. It's definitely not worth it. Not at all, you know. So 4 times the price technically, if you ask me. Almost 4 times the price, right? 100 by 850, 85,000, and you're gonna get about 20 something thousand, 27,000 when you reprocess with your skills. So bear that in mind. It will pay off to kind of sell this at the market and then buy isogen if you need it, because you have access to Maxilon. But yeah, guys, if you want some Kernite in Hi-sec, that's one way to go about it. Maybe the only way. I'm not really sure if there's another way. But this is EVE Online, and there is always another way to skin a cat, so I might be wrong about it. And you have to keep an eye on the news as well, because CCP is changing things. Kernite was available in Hi-sec not long ago, so now you don't have it anymore. So other ores might disappear as well from Hi-sec down the road, or ores might appear in Hi-sec, depends on the CCP decisions. So they are making the decision based on the data they have. And again, if you have a corporation, if you can find a corporation that wants to mine and you want to mine, I think that will be a better way to go about it. You're gonna have access to more lucrative stuff. So you're gonna be making what, probably 10 times your money for the same amount of time, kind of thing, or maybe more. Depends on the setup. If you go in nullsec, it's probably far more than 10 times your venture here, you know what I mean, and what you can easily mine in Hi-sec. And again, we're gonna check out how it's gonna compare with the level 1 missions at least. So if you don't feel like running a level 1 mission and you are waiting to skill up so you can do something else, you can always refer back to this. And it's not a bad payout, 3.5 millions for this lot, plus the 1 million from the dailies. It's about what, 4.5 millions, and if you go scoop the rest of it, you'll probably end up 5.5 million for half an hour work. Not bad at all, you know, for a day or two old character. It's still a good way to go about it. So yeah, guys, thanks for staying until the end. Please like, comment and subscribe. And in the next video we're gonna finish the explorer career path, you know, and get that out of the way. You can see some of them are red. I don't know why. I probably... oh no, it's just a bug. As usual, the UI is bugged. So one by one we're gonna finish all of them, and hopefully next time while we're doing finish the explorer thing or the explorer missions, we can think about starting a corporation, and I'll let you know how I feel about it. And if you decided to fly solo for a prolonged period of time, it can be definitely very beneficial, you know, for a solo player and trials. Again, guys, please like, comment and subscribe, and thank you for staying until the end, and I'll catch you next time. Fly safe, guys. Bye bye.